good morning. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and I would like to give a shout out to Kuya Rudy, who asked me about them. He was like, where are your videos? You haven't done them in a while. So Kuya, this is for you. Good morning. And I think it's been months, maybe even before the wedding when I last did this. So yes, I've gotten married. I got married in August of 21. And it's been a wonderful few months. Of course, not everything is, always up. Sometimes, like when people are, together, there's still like arguments that happen and some friction, but the important thing is you make up. At the end of the day, you still love each other, and you want to work to get better, right? And have a stronger relationship. So that's the important stuff. But anyway, let me see. The most recent thing, there's been, like, job-wise, there's so many things that I've, been up to since then, where we've gone and whatnot. I'm trying to get gas at Costco, so let me just pick a line first. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is the shortest. Well, I guess it's pretty early. It's 7:35, so this is the shortest that it's been in a while that anyway, so most recent, so this past weekend, Angelo, my mom, and my sister Gabri and I went to Tahoe for a retreat with a group that is called F5. It's an Adventist group, not from a particular church, but different people from different churches come to it. But anyway, it's a retreat over in Tahoe, and we went up for it. It's our first event, F5 event, and it's a snowboarding event as well. So we went up early on Friday, so we were able to go to Palisades, and then on Sunday we were able to do North Star. So to me, what was amazing is, I know how it's the best way to tell this. So Angelo taught me to snowboard, I would say like 3 seasons ago. And after maybe the first or second time that we went, maybe just the first time, I got my own gear already, because rentals could be expensive, and if you're planning to go a couple of times anyway, it's better to just invest in your equipment. That way you can get the feel for your stuff, obviously save money after a few times, and you can personalize and tweak the gear to yourself, right? So anyway, I have my own equipment already, but after a few times I was getting frustrated because say I got to be doing S-turns, for example, already on this visit. On my next trip, which doesn't happen until maybe like a month or a month and a half later, I feel like I have to learn it all over again. So after a while, it's frustrating, when you've gone a few times, when this is your like second season and you're still basically a beginner. So I can make myself down, make my way down the mountain, but I'm not fast. I'm still doing just basic movements, not leafing, but like S-turns that aren't consistent. So, it got frustrating. And then for Angelo, who would like try to teach me, who's trying to teach me, it will get frustrating too, because he doesn't show it, but he's been very patient with me. But he for him, I could only imagine it to be like pretty boring for him, because he's fast and he's good, and he'll wait for me. Sometimes I even tell him to just like go ahead, don't wait for me, but he'll wait for me. So that can be fun for someone who's good, and then you have to wait for someone who's not, especially someone who you've taught and who's been coming with you for a few times and just isn't getting any better. Okay, break really quick. I'm just gonna get gas. Okay, where was I? So yes, so that was the frustration for me of I'm just not advancing, I'm not getting any better. And then on our last trip, we went to Mammoth last month, And Gabby was with us, and we just convinced her to like get her own stuff too. If she was gonna keep, you know, coming with us to snowboard, might as well get her own stuff again for the same reasons, more economical, and then be able to, you know, like get your stuff fitted to you. So anyway, we went to a shop where they, you know, measured her feet and all that, and she was able to get a good deal on the board. But they were saying, like, the guy was saying about how you want your boots to fit really snug, and they're not the same fit that you would for your like regular shoes, which makes sense. And then so for me, I guess I just figured out that my boots were too big for me, so I'm wearing size 8 boots, which when I first got them, I felt that all the other boots were okay. Wait, I think we just filled up. One sec. Okay, wow, $64 for 11 gallons. Crazy times. But anyway, okay, so yeah, so Gabby got her own stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll just get measured too. And you know, apparently I should have been wearing like a size 6 boot, but so I'm like I'm wearing a boot that's like 2 sizes too large, right? So anyway, at the time that I was when I bought my original boots, everything else felt really tight, and so that's why I went for the 8, because that was the comfortable fit, like how I would wear, you know, my sneakers or, you know, my running shoes. So anyway, I ordered new ones, but I did 6.5s. I was like, oh, 6s are a little too snug. Like, it would, okay, I ran out of storage. I need to get on this because I keep having to delete videos or pictures, and just to get more in. Anyway, and I do have a memory card. It's just maxed out, and so is my internal memory, I guess. But anyway, so I did end up getting the 6.5s, and same brand, DC. And then this last weekend was the first time I get to try it, and I'm telling you, the difference is night and day, and it was amazing. So remember, I told you, like, the feeling before was I'm trying to do the movement, I'm trying to do what Angela's telling me, I'm trying to do what you know, other people are telling me about how to do it, and all these tips on YouTube that I try, and some help and most help actually, but just the result is not consistent. Like, I would do the movement, but how the board responds and how it interacts with the snow and my boots and everything is never the same. So there's always that fear for me that, okay, I'm trying to do the movement, but I can't really like commit to it because I'm always afraid that I'll like bite the snow and like take a tumble, right? And so this time with the new boots, little movement, response right away, and always consistent. Like, how I wanted to move, where I wanted to go is where it went, and it was just amazing to me, the difference in the feeling. And you know, now I can go faster, I can do all the things that I've been trying to do before, and actually getting great results, you know, how I want them to look, how I want them to feel, how I want to move. So, you know, this is all just from the change in my boot size. I actually felt that my board felt smaller because of how much faster I was going, of how much better I'm able to control the board. And so, you know, the Tahoe trip was just, it's like mind-blowing amazing to me. So, you know, for you who've always gotten the right size boot, you're probably like, that's how it's supposed to feel from the beginning. But for me, who, you know, didn't have that, so I had that, you know, wrong size boots from the start to now the right ones, it's just amazing. So, you know, it was exciting for me over the weekend. I'm telling you, it was so exciting. All the stuff that I see others do, and then I'm trying to do it, and I get so frustrated. I'm like, you tell me to go on my toe edge, and I just keep like going to the side instead of riding down straight, and I'm doing all the stuff that you tell me to. I'm doing all this and all that, blah blah blah, and it just doesn't work the same way. And of course, like, I'm getting frustrated. Also, Angel's getting frustrated because, you know, he's like, it's so simple, do this, and I'm trying, but it's just not working. But anyway, so figured out that a large part of it is because of the boots. So, you know, having the right equipment and and the right size is so important. So that is the exciting thing that happened to me over the weekend. And you know, so it's kind of like the tail of the season already. The snow's going, so even though I already have a pass for next season and I can already use it this spring, we'll have to find a place that still has snow this late into the season. So maybe farther up north, or maybe a different state. So you know, this past season is the most that we've gone, and it's only been like maybe 12 or 14 times, that maybe only like a dozen times we've gone to Utah on 2 different occasions. We've tried Brian Head, great time. That was around December, but it was like snowing and rainy. Not snowing, it was rainy the second time that we went on our second day, and it was so cold in the ski lifts, but it was like great snow though. I like that, and it was like a little poor visibility, but it was still fun riding down. We also did also in Utah, we did Solitude, Brighton, and Snowbird on a different trip. For here in California, of course, Big Bear. We did Snow Valley, Mountain High earlier in the season, and we also got to do Mammoth in March, and that was great. And then of course here we did Palisades and North Star this past weekend. So you know, that's been fun. It's been really great. We've also been playing a lot of badminton. My in-laws, Angela's sister Vanessa and her husband Jay, we played with them, and we haven't been able to go in March because of all the things we were doing. But before then, you know, end of last year through, you know, February, we were playing almost every week, and so that's been good too. And then I got to try volleyball for the first time earlier this year, because our church has gym nights on the 1st and 3rd Saturdays of the month, and then another church does every Saturday. So on the Saturdays that our church doesn't have gym nights, we go to that other church. So we've been able to like play pretty frequently if we're in town. Getting ready for a triathlon that's going to happen in July. It's going to be a half Ironman in Oregon, and we're going to do a relay of it though. So Gabri is going to do the swimming, Angela will do the cycling, and then I'm going to do the run. I think Gabri has been the one that's been practicing the most, and that she's gone swimming a few times, open water, and also you know, pool, and she's been able to finish the lengths, you know, in the time that she needs to finish them. And then Angelo has prepared in that he's put his bike together, so he's been he does mountain biking, but he's new to road biking, so those are like 2 different beasts. And he's just put his road bike together pretty recently, so he just pretty much did that from scratch. And he just needs to like start practicing actually riding. And then myself, I have not been running. I haven't run since the Pasadena Half Marathon, which we did in January. So yeah, what is it now? It's April now, so I better get doing it. So I should be running at least once a week, you know, leading into July. So I know I'll be able to finish it, but I don't want to be dying, you know, crawling to the finish line. I should at least be enjoying it, and making good time of it. So yeah, that's where we are in terms of our activities, and exercise and whatnot in the past few months. So it's been great. So how about you guys? What have you been up to, you know, this year? What have you been up? What do you look forward to doing for the rest of the year? Let me know. And yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful time, a wonderful month, wonderful almost first half of the year 2020. And yeah, hopefully I get to do more of these videos and keep you guys updated as to what's going on, you know, and maybe do a video on one of our camps or snowboard trips sometime. So yes, and that is all for now. Have a wonderful day.